Yo, what's up, guys? I'm gonna explain to you why I think the Pistons are gonna be statistically a lot better this upcoming season. They will find a way to make the play-in because when you look at the roster in depth, Cade Cunningham, he's only gonna get better. He had an excellent season last season, even though you might think that since the Pistons lost 28 games in a row, the longest losing streak in a single season, that they wouldn't have any good players, but they definitely had some star caliber players, and I'd consider those main star players being Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham, and that's where the potential comes in for the Pistons. The Pistons, they're going to be a lot better than people expect. I think a lot of people probably expect the Pistons to just be trash again, not get into the playoffs, not even to contend, but I could see them sneaking in as like an ace 7th seed, which is an improvement from last year. It might not be great, but I can see them sneaking into the play-in, winning a couple games, because this Pistons team has definitely got some potential. You got a lot of young guys together, even though they pretty much had the worst season last year than any other team. It was this team has a lot of potential and a lot of young players that can build development and get better progressively over the course of the next 5 to 10 seasons. I'm mostly talking about Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, and Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren is an excellent rebounder, averaged over 10 rebounds per game last season. I completely forgot about All-Star Thompson. He's also another young guy. He has huge potential and a great defender. And also, the Pistons brought in some veteran guys that's going to help this development stage for the young players. And I think that's what a lot of rebuilding teams should do. I don't see it enough having those good veteran guys that at least could put up some solid points and still play in the game. You don't want really veteran guys that are just going to sit on the bench and not going to play at all. At least play them a little bit so the young guys can get some watching and see how the older players do their job, and they could try to mimic that in their style of play. So that's what it really comes down to, is a lot of experience, and that's how a player becomes better. More experience, the better. It's just not going to happen overnight. It takes a lot of time. So the Pistons have Tim Hardaway Jr. and Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris played for the Pistons during the beginning of his career. He's a solid player. He's pretty consistent, I would say. Has a good pull-up jump shot and a very solid player. He was born in Islip, New York. I was hoping for him to come to the Knicks just because of the fact that he was born in Long Island. Yeah, because we got OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. And then with Tim Hardaway Jr., he was very inconsistent during the playoffs, but I think he could turn it around. It's not a bad acquisition for the Pistons. Just needs to find that good shot again. And Tim Hardaway Jr. is kind of like a flamethrower. He can catch a lot of fire, and he's a much fun player to watch when he gets his shots going in at a rapid pace, and he's scoring a lot of points in the game. So then it could help those bench players being able to score more and find their stride in shot creating and even playmaking. I'd say Tim Hardaway Jr. is an underrated playmaker. He makes some good passes out there, especially for those young guys. Gotta always move off the ball, try to get open, cut, and just find a way for the ball handler to get you the ball. And the best way to do that is just keep moving around. The best reason why I think the Pistons are going to be a lot better this season is because they got older guys. They got young players who have star-making development. Jaden Ivey, I don't even think I did mention him, but I didn't really talk about his play style. He's really inside type of shots, like layups and stuff in it. He's a good jump shooter, but I think he will improve that better this season. And he's very quick. You can say that this is his best asset to have. And Tim Hardaway Jr., also a decent defender, so he could help these young guys play some quality defense. Cade Cunningham is good getting steals. That will come into play. And this Pistons team, having Cade Cunningham as a leader and him taking the next level of development, I know this Pistons had a very bad season last year, but they're taking the next step up. They can't get much worse. It's only moving up. They don't have Monty Williams anymore. He's not the coach, and for a good reason, for the fact that Pistons were so bad last season, and they did win 28 games in a row. the worst losing streak in a single season. So Monty Williams should definitely have been fired. He wasn't too bad with, he was pretty bad with the Suns, not gonna lie. People expected more from that Phoenix Suns team when he was coaching them, and he just didn't do a good job coaching. It didn't seem like he was drawing enough plays and giving much attention to what was actually happening and adjusting when he needed to. The J.B. Bickerstaff, former Cleveland Cavaliers coach, he knows what he's doing, especially with a rebuilding team. He knows how to develop the young guys and get guys in the right position to have success. That's at least. You think of like Chetty Osman, he's improved a little bit over that Cavs team. Like Darius Garland, those Cavs players, they've seen a good increase in their statistics. So J.B. Bickerstaff will be a good production coach, and I think he will help the Pistons win a lot of games, good enough to make the play-in or possibly the playoffs, which is a big step in the right direction. And then next year, I just see the Pistons keep going up, and then maybe in I'm going to say 3 to 4 years, they'll get in the conference finals. It actually has a lot of potential, and people just don't talk enough about those players. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, friends.